Hi friends, this is Dr. Sonia here bringing to you the review of one of the most popular cutters in the paper crafting industry, the Tonic Studios 12x12 Guillotine Cutter. This cutter has a plastic body, has the ability to measure papers as large as 12.5 inches without using an extendable arm or without a fold in between. So here I have a pattern paper and I will use the grid lines, which are very useful on the base of the cutter, to chop off the extra ½ inch from the side. The markings on this cutter are etched in place and they won't go away if you use an alcohol to wipe your cutter, and they won't fade away with time because they are etched into the plastic body. Markings are present in centimeters and as well as inches on the top, in the middle and at the lower edge. So the way to use the guillotine effectively is put the paper against the upper edge, use the finger guards to hold the paper in place, bring down the lever in one clean sweep. You get a nice clean cut, no fraying of edges. The guillotine has the ability to cut not only normal paper but fairly thick cardstock and even chipboard, though I would not advise you to use the guillotine to cut your chipboard because the alignment can go out of place over time. So here I am going to cut a really thin strip of paper. The cutter has the ability to measure 1/16 of an inch, which is really cool and useful for people who make scrapbook albums, boxes, 3D projects. So here I am going to use the cutter to cut a really thin strip which can be used to quill letters, calligraphy. Now we'll cut really thick holography kind of paper, always tricky. Line it up. Say I want 10 inches. Use the grid lines to easily line it up. Press the finger guard, bring it down. Nice clean cuts. Now we'll try with corrugated paper, which is always tricky because it tends to peel off. Lovely cuts without any fraying. Foam is one of my favorite materials. Here I am going to try the cutter with a fairly thick kind of foam, glitter foam. Lovely strip, and I can make it as thin as I want. Maybe use it to quill something, make twirls. Handmade paper is difficult to cut in a rotary trimmer because these have fibers which have a tendency to tear and not cut cleanly. Let's try this with this guillotine. Slide the paper, use the finger guard, bring the lever down in one clean sweep. It cuts beautifully. Now let me show you what happens if you bring the lever down slowly. Did you hear the sound? It doesn't cut clean. Now same thing you repeat. Fast, it cuts beautifully. So that is the proper technique. So if your paper doesn't cut, re-examine your technique and follow the tips. Okay, let me try two different types of materials. I have a thin plastic packaging here. Let's see how that goes. Maybe you want to make a shaker card. Hold it, bring it down. Nice, clean, easy cut. Okay, I have a plastic kind of box, ones you get in a takeaway kind of thing. So just slip this part here so that I can insert it within my cutter. So we'll try with this as well as the main part. Okay, so I have a kind of very thick kind of plastic. Okay, keep it in place. And, oh, beautiful. I didn't expect that. Okay, so that's good. So let's cut the main body, slip it in. Yep, I've got a nice triangle. Maybe I'll use it as a in a shaker card or something. Now, suppose you're a recycling crafter. You want to make a bunch of things using newspaper. So here I have 4 sheets of normal newspaper. Let's see how the cutter takes on all 4 sheets. Nice thin strips. Now let me try it, the same thing, folding the paper in half. So we have 8 sheets now. Hold the cutter in place. Nice strips. So I'm sure you can think of lots of things to do with these newspaper strips. The cutter is supposed to be able to cut 5 sheets of 80 grams paper. I didn't have 80 grams paper with me, but I have a 70 gram paper and I have 5 sheets with me. Stack them up and let's try cutting. Yes, lovely clean cuts, no jagged edges. If you are a recycler, you would be keen to know if the cutter can cut cardboard. Yes, it can cut cardboard. I have something slightly thicker than a cereal box. This is a nice cardboard box. So let's see how it goes. So I want to chop off this piece. I've buttered it here. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Nice, lovely cut. This cutter can cut chipboard. I have tried it, but I would advise you not to do so, so that your cutter doesn't go out of alignment over the years. I had a guillotine cutter which I used to cut chipboard with, and over time, over the years, what I discovered was the alignment at this hinge here would shift slightly. So that was not a tonic, but I would still advise you not to use the tonic guillotine with a chipboard. I hope you liked this review and thank you for watching.